Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to review or do a flip through of my August planning pages, and I am this month in a brown traveler's notebook that I've cut down to a B6 slim size, and I just stuck in some Target dollar spot pockets, one in the front and one in the back, and I kind of slipped my book in there. I wanted to take these out and then buy some leather strips from Michael's and then just Gorilla glue them in, kind of like I did to my camel. But I think when I finished my camel, I was just too tired and I just stuck those in. It works fine. But this is a B6 Slim Stalogy that I cut down an A5. And I have a previous video showing or explaining why the grids in the A5 are a little smaller than the B6. It's a 4mm grid, and the B6 has a 5mm grid. So I just can get more information on my pages. So let's get started here. I have a month on one page and then my monthly tasks. I don't have an intro page. I don't know. I just never do. I have tabs that tells me, you know, the months, and that's just the way I've always done it. I don't know, but I just never been drawn to do that. Let me bring you down just a tad here. So here, let me bring you up here. So here I just keep important bills, outside activities, things that I'm expecting, things that I've gotten, you know, like in the mail, Amazon orders, whatever, that goes here. And then here in my monthly task, I have all my tasks that I have to do in the month divided by topics. So here's my homeschool, and everything's color coded. So I kind of, you know, color code throughout my book. So that will be yellow. Gray is myself. So these are tasks that I need to do. And a lot of this was migrated, and I'm okay with that. If I don't complete everything in a month, this is just my ideas of what I want to accomplish. And then if there's anything really important that I really need to get done, that I will highlight it in kind of like a red tone color. I use Mileliners, highlighters for my highlighting. So anything pink is my daughter. Anything green is stuff things I need to buy. This is my other daughter. This is personal development. Anything that I want to update or purchase for in my planner or in my faith planners. And my YouTube is red. Here is my monthly index, and this is just memory keeping. Currently is, anything that I'm eating, drinking, planning. The purpose of my planner, my system, if you have not watched that video, it's a Franklin Covey / bullet journal. I love the Franklin Covey system, and I've used it for many years, and I've started using the bullet journal in 2016. I'm planning to do a video of my bullet journal process, how I ended up here, and then share all my beginning journals or planners, and I can explain more. But I make a system work for me. I kind of like different things. I even do that with homeschooling. I may like different aspects of different systems, and then I put them together and make it work for myself. We officially start homeschooling in September, but a little bit we started in August. So she had some outside classes that started. This is, I keep track of her cooked meals. This is just easy for me to update. She has her own planner, but sometimes if I'm doing my report for our homeschool group, then, which is a quarterly report, I use her planner, but then I also use mine, because a lot of times she forgets or doesn't know whether to document something, so I make sure that I do. so I can give her credit for it. This is my daughter's weekly review. I keep that kind of separate, so anything that she's done, I will keep here. It's not necessarily for homeschool, but it's kind of personal and homeschool in one area. And then this is for family weekly review. So anything we've done together as a family. Again, this is just for record keeping and memory keeping. This is for pictures. And here I keep a post-it of things that I want to keep track of throughout the month in terms of pictures. I do not add pictures throughout my planning pages because I don't know, it's just, I tried to do it one time and I was always careful when I wrote, you know, I had to put like something in between the pages, and that's just, I don't like that. So I don't like indentions on my pictures, so I thought at the end of the month, just put them here, except I think I'm going to go to 4 pages in September. And I'm also going to go to 2 pages for my monthly. So a month on 2 pages. I was on month on 2 pages for a while, but then I didn't need that much space. But then now I need more space. So it's okay to change. The good thing is, you know yourself. Write things down. I keep a little post-it back here of changes at the end of the month that when ideas come to my mind, I just write them down. And then, you know, when I draw out my following month, I have some notes there for my pages. I did want to mention, if you're new here, that my planning system also includes memory keeping. That's very important to me. Just because a little tidbit of why I do it is my dad and my grandfather and 2 of my aunts, they had dementia. So probably 3 years ago, it became really important to me when I first found out my dad had dementia. Was wow, you know, that it was just so important for me to keep, you know, track of my memory of my family, of what we do. This is a positive book. There's nothing negative in here. There may be news, stuff that's going on with COVID, because that's life. I want them to look back and say, oh, this is what's happening during that time, because these books are going to go to my children and grandchildren. And I just want them, I don't have those stories from my parents, so I want to make sure that I leave stories for them. So here is a day on 2 pages. And for the bullet journal, how I do this is I have my to-dos here. I have rapid logging, memory keeping down here from the bottom up. And then here is my timed. One thing that didn't work for me in the bullet journal is I need to see times, because I tried it, you know, just going down and doing the events, and that just did not work for me. I'm a very visual person, so this works for me. So when I used the Franklin Covey system, it was like going back to what I knew that I loved. So I still use the bullet journal system, but I use it in this format. So timed events for myself or my husband would be here on the left side of this little box here, and then anything for my daughter will be on the right. Up here is affirmations. Here's the date, the weather, my water intake. I just do blue dots, you know, 8 dots, 1 red dot for my iron. This is for my social media. This is for my daughter, anything that she does during the day. Regardless if it's homeschooling or personal, anything is there. And then up here I write birthdays, important things that are coming up, and then on the right corner I have bills, things that are due, like things that are going to be taken out of my account, you know, like Amazon, Netflix, that kind of a thing. And then I highlight that in green. Up here is usually, people typically use that for, I would say, I don't know, top 3s. I use them as, I used to do that, but I mean, if it's important, I highlight it in red. So To me, these are more chores for my house. Let me bring you down a little bit. Okay. There we go. And I love these stamps from Michaels. And I never used stamps before. I just started using them this year. And because they're so functional, I love them. I really don't want to, I don't know. It's like if I have to search for a sticker, it's just, I want things quick. And so I also don't want to spend money on my planning system because I don't want to be dependent on a sticker if I don't have it. I don't know. I just like my pages the same all the time. So this envelope here just tells me that I have a package arriving. This little blue arrow is I have a Spanish word of the day that I get notified on my phone, and I write it there. I want to work on my Spanish. Now this I did change for September. I'm finding that I like to see a list of all my words together so I can use that as a reference versus one word a day and then I have to flip to see the rest of the words. So, sometimes if you have something that you do and then it doesn't work out, it's okay to change it up the following month. And what else? And this page here is for either memory keeping, notes. If I watch the news and like we get COVID updates here, I write that down. If I make a phone call, so it depends on, what I want to use it for. So stickers that you see here or throughout my planning pages, I'm a very functional planner. But after the fact, if I have white space, I will go back at sometimes, during the week or sometimes at the end of the month. It depends. And I'll just fill in those spots with stickers. No rhyme or reason why they're there. If it's the size, if it fits, it's going there. Let's see. So that's just there. Sometimes I just write a list of stuff I do in the morning. I started my YouTube channel there. And that was a big stretch for me. Because I'm very comfortable on Instagram. If you don't follow me there, I'm Joy to Plan there. I'm very active there. I do lots of stories and I interact a lot more over there. But so I'm enjoying YouTube though so far. So here we had a vote. I put down who won. Here was a COVID update, and these little stamps here with the exclamation point, anytime I see that, well, except here is a doctor's update, but normally I use for COVID, so when I see that, I already know it's has to do with COVID. These little film, if they're red, it's YouTube. If it's brown, it's a movie. I color code my stamps too, so. Pink here, that's updates for my grandbaby. I use pink for one grandbaby and purple for another. Sometimes I write quotes. If I see something on quote like on Instagram or somewhere, I'll write it down. I shop for my daughter who is moving and I just made a list of what I bought. Sometimes I just write, I updated the following pages because I was really behind in my July pages. So I had to make a list. And I don't know why that happens. I don't know. Sometimes it just does. Here I really didn't have a lot. So I just put, I don't know, something I found somewhere. And then I put this sticker or washi sticker there. I could have added some more here, but I don't know, I just like the way that looked. Here's an Aldi's run, different places I visited. Boys and frogs. We have frogs in my window. My office is in the basement, and they're always coming from next door because they're fascinated with these frogs. So it's funny because if I knock on the window, they stare at me and they run. But they're really fascinated with those frogs. They crack me up. That was it there. Here's another YouTube. I was writing down the 30 Puerto Rican slang terms just because I just found it so funny that if I speak Spanish, if it's depending on who it is, they will correct me and tell me I am incorrect in my Spanish. So I wanted to write down some of these, like money, chavo. I mean, that's how I grew up calling it, you know. Gossip is bochinche. Tapón is the traffic. Abombao is something that smells rotten. Anyway, I won't bore you with that. Or something that stinks is full. I don't know. That's what I know. That's how I grew up. Here's just more space. Oh, here's some dairy-free Baskin Robbins because I'm plant-based. And I was writing, of course, I wrote this down from the internet, and when I called our local, Baskin Robbins, they didn't have all that. So I felt like I was gypped because I was looking forward to ice cream. Here I just wrote I was shopping for my husband for his birthday gift, and then these stickers, I don't know, I just stuck them there. He'd probably say, why you put stickers for my birthday? Nothing major there. Sometimes I put, private information. I will cover those. Here's a movie night, so it's brown. Anything Bible study, I don't know, I have that, and a little calendar there. If it's gray, that means I updated my bullet journal. Like right there, it's gray. If you can see that. It's a beautiful sunny day, so I just use stamps there. My daughter and I, we watch West Side Story. Growing up, I used to watch that once a year because we didn't have, VCRs. And so once a year they gave it on TV, and we all got together and sat on the floor and watched it. So I share a lot of classic movies that I grew up with my children. And so like Wizard of Oz, Sound of Music, Time Machine, those kind of things. But anyway, let's get back here. Just kind of what we did. Nothing exciting. Movie night with my daughter. We ran out throughout the day. Paydays, I just put a little dollar, stamp there. Been 2 years my dad passed. And this is another COVID update. So I wrote down a lot of notes just because at first I really didn't document a lot, and then I did, and then I didn't. And then I started thinking, man, this is history, and I wanted to document it, and so I started back up again. And then I'll write quotes in blue. So I know it's a visual, so when I see blue, I know it's a quote. Let's just see how much time I have here. This is what I did in the morning during my planning time. Nothing really exciting here. Sorry. I use this is what I use for medical, or not medical, but updates. I'd rather be napping. I think I had a headache that day. And then this is a filler here. I like these little botanical flowers from Happy Planner. And that's that. This is a pretty, I wish I didn't stick the sticker here because it's kind of sideways. If you can see it that way. But it's pretty. But I stuck it down and I just left it there. Here's a little mowing sticker. I do use stickers for, there's a Happy Planner sticker. I think it's called Household. And those are really cute. I like those. These are Happy Planner stickers, if I didn't mention that throughout the book. And a mishmash of other stickers. So here's Chadwick Boseman passed away. That was so sad. That was really sad. This 2020, I tell you. Here's I did a YouTube video. We had Chinese food, so I had to order a veggie dish or whatever. But I have more Puerto Rican slang. So for bus, we say wawa. The color orange, we say china. And guineo for banana. I will probably get corrected by somebody. It's not how much you know, it's what you do with what you know. Oh, what you don't know. Somebody said that. I think it was, I forget who said that. I just drew stars here. Sometimes, you know, take up space. And this is July 31st. And these were my intentions. I like calling my goals intentions because it doesn't seem like, I don't know, so dreadful, you know, because if it's a goal and I didn't accomplish them, then it's like, oh. But intentions, I don't know. It's kind of like, I meant to do it, I didn't do it, so it's okay. I don't know. But I'm trying to write my intentions right here so I can see them. I do have them in my weekly. Here in my, for August, my weeklies were behind it because that was an afterthought. So this next page here is my August goals. I accomplished some more of my goals. It just, I didn't accomplish all, but that's okay because they just moved to my September. So I break it down between health, personal development. Again, everything's color-coded. Peach family, gray home, orange is faith, red is YouTube, gray was personal, yellow's homeschool, and then consistency is more important than perfection. I like that quote. And then what I do it here is I took these and I broke them down per week, and then I moved that into my week. And so my week changed a little bit here, and then this is kind of the format I am doing now. So my goals, homeschool, my to-dos. Now I have a YouTube down here. I have a tracker, just appointments up on top. This kind of gives me a bird's eye view of my week. This is mainly for task related stuff, menus, and then grocery list based on, you know, to be plant-based, you really have to plan out your meals. And then this is for home. So how I do that is I look at my tasks that I want to accomplish, and then I write them here. And then from the weekly, I'll intersperse them in my dailies. So again, bullet journal style. I do have a future log in my, I have a second planner, which is in my, I did a video on that. I think it's my second video. I'll tag it below if you're interested in watching that. But my future log and my list are in my rings, just because this book I'll be done in September. I only have what, June, July, August, and September, 4 months, and then I'll be done. I have another A5 Stalogy that I'm going to cut down pretty soon, and then I don't have to replicate those pages, and I don't have everything checked off here, and I'm okay with that. I don't beat myself up. Then that's September, and then I'll do another flip through next month. But let me bring you back down here. But thank you so much, and that's all I have. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I wanted to review in terms of August. So I explained my system, I explained my tasks, and how I move everything. Yep, I think that's all I wanted to review. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you can get notifications on my future videos. And you guys have a great rest of the week. Thank you for being here and watching.